Greetings, everyone. Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. Day 21, August 21st, the Anti-Bitch Challenge. Reminder that we are doing a challenge every single day. It's going to be recording, uploading, and writing a yoga flow. The second is going to, for me, it's going to be 20 minutes of Latin. So you pick a topic or two things and you do them every day, every single day, showing that you are in control of your mind. The racing thoughts, all these things, you must be in control of whatever you want to do in your internal state. Only can you control your internal state and observe your internal state, maintaining that strong witness. It's day 21, August 21st, getting right back into it. My body woke me up at the normal time that it does after all the driving, after all the workouts, after all the exercises from yesterday, but it just demonstrates the purpose of discipline and how your body has a clock too. It has a natural intelligence too. And it's always up to be able to listen to it. Having a chance to do some deeper study. It's a very good book that I have. It's 1001 Pearls of Yoga Wisdom. I'll bring it closer to the camera. Take Your Practice Beyond the Mat by Liz Lark. Going to bring more from this into our practice today, because today is going to be about laying the foundation for change. This day is a very important day for me. I'll get into that maybe during the practice, and thinking about laying the nature for change and reminding us who we are is a very important process of today, and the intention that you choose to set for the practice, if you want to have one, stay with that, stay grounded and stay connected. Take some deep breaths. There's a quote that said, yoga reminds us we are a part of nature. All this nature, all the sounds you might hear in the back, looking at some cows, looking at some grass, as we slow our breaths down and we get settled. So today, we're going to do something a little bit different and have a warm-up sequence, in the sense that we're going to warm up to get our blood flowing before we get into the asana portion of the practice. From this, we're going to begin some ankle and wrist rotations, finding some blood and some fluid. So let's begin with a comfortable seat so that we can reach our feet, and press each of your fingers between your toes, trying to separate and stretch them. And rotate your ankle 5 times in each direction, and do that on the other side. So bend your knees so you can touch your toes, interlace your fingers, and we'll go to the right. 5 times with breath, getting ourselves limber. Did a little bit more than 5. Going to get that stagnant energy moving. Gently release. Next, we will make our hands in the fist and rotate your wrist 5 times in each direction. So make our hands in a fist, rotate them. You can go to the right or start with the left. Whatever you are feeling. Beginning the yoga mudra. Strong foundation, full 160-degree breath. Breathing in through the diaphragm. As you breathe, your lungs fill up with air. Also consider challenging yourself to breathe only through the nose, in and out of the nose today. See if that's something you could do. Next, let's play an imaginary keyboard. I don't know if we have any musicians. It's another vibratory, powerful force that we have. And that could be a positive affirmation for the day. I am vibrant. I embrace everything. We are vibrant because we are vibrational beings. But how does that vibrancy connect to you? All right, for the next component of our sequence, we will sit on the floor with our legs crossed. Let's clasp our hands behind our back, like so. and interlink your fingers and stretch your arms back. Inhaling, look up. Exhaling, fold into a forward bend, taking your brow toward the ground. And let's take 5 full breaths as we extend our brow towards the ground, waking our body up with interlaced fingers. Gently release. On an inhale, return to the starting position. Next, we're going to place our hands on the floor behind us with the fingers pointing towards our cheeks. Lift your chest and arch your spine and carefully drop your head back. Allow yourself to do this if your neck doesn't complain. So staying grounded, lifting the head, lifting the chest, letting the neck drop back if it's agreeable with your body. Getting the tongue from the roof of the mouth. It's such a powerful day. You're allowed to be free from your mistakes of the past, as long as you do what you can to correct them with grace. And the choices we make are part of our spiritual journey, our life's journey. And you just hold the pen, keep a record in time. Place your left hand on your right knee next. And place the right hand on the floor behind you. Twist to the right and look over your right shoulder. Let's hold this position and take 5 full breaths. You're not doing too much. We're beginning our practice. Before we get into the asana component, limbering, I'm vibrant. Inhale, return to neutral. Place your right hand on your left knee, left hand on the floor behind you. Look over your left shoulder for 5 breaths. It's kind of amazing how nature is and how our ego can clash against our natural order. But how early is it for you to be thinking of your mistakes? And how early it is to think about what we have to do to correct it. Inhale and release. Return to the center. To finish, open your mouth, reach your tongue towards your chin. Exhale and look up with your eyes. Lion pose. Next, we come to Sukhasana, easy pose. We'll stay here for a couple of breaths. Sukhasana means easy. Grounding from the sit bones, relaxing the shoulders up, back, and down. After the blood has been moving, we can meditate, giving a chance for that blood and the fluids of our life to seep into the recesses of the mind as we meditate in an easy pose. We're going to do Simhasana, lion pose again, placing our hands on our placing our hands face down, taking the chin, opening up the mouth and extending the tongue out wide. Breathing in for 3 to 5 breaths. Inhaling back to neutral. Lion pose is said to help with bad breath, halitosis, and the words of the great American philosopher. I think his name is Tahi Epps. All you talk is shit. Naysayer halitosis. It's 2 chains for most expensivest. Making sure to move that bad breath out of our body. Let's meet in tabletop position. Wrist are shoulder width distance apart. Feet are hip width distance apart. Knees are hip width distance apart. Pressing from the toe tops. Going into bow asana, cat pose. Arching the spine, bringing the heart up towards the sky. We're going to inhale and exhale in cat. Staying in cat for 10 breaths. Things to focus on, grounding from the earth. You can move around if necessary, if this becomes too much. But we are grounding from the earth, internally rotating our arms so that the elbow creases are coming towards the front of the mat. As we arch our spine, we're thinking of a cat. What does the cat say? Or what does the fox say? Think about what the Egyptians seen or knew in cats. Embody that cat. A couple more rounds of breath. Lifting the heart. Exhale. One more round. On the bottom of the next exhale, engage the core, stretch the core as you did from cat, coming into cow pose. Relaxing the shoulders down, eyes are up, getting the turtle head out of the shell, relaxing the neck, staying here for 10 rounds of breath. Breathing in through the nose and out of the mouth, maintaining a strong foundation. We are part of nature. We are vibrant. Whatever your affirmation is, whatever your dedication is, allow the breath to lead you there. The next inhale, come to neutral spine. Placing the hands on the mat with a strong foundation, lifting up the knees for a quick second on an inhale. You're exhaling into downward facing dog. Walk the dog. We will be here for 10 rounds of breath. Head is heavy. Place the weight in the index fingers and your thumbs, from the whole part of your palms, energetically moving the hips down. Working to breathe from the middle part of your back. If you're staying with me, keep holding up. Not feel free to drop your knees if this is too much. Work your way into this resting pose. Working to have the feet parallel, the arms parallel. A couple more rounds of breath. Noticing what you can observe. Always remember that you are allowed to change. Inhale, coming into plank pose. Exhaling, going back to downward facing dog. Look the hands in between. Look your eyes in between your hands. Walk up to the top of the mat. Inhaling up for halfway lift. Hips are coming back. Exhaling, placing the palms on the mat. Uttasana forward fold. Taking a round of breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. Look up. Reverse swan dive. Exhale, the hands to palm center. Tadasana, mountain pose. 5 to 10 rounds of breath. Listen to your breath. So Tadasana, standing nice and tall. Hands can be at prayer, meditation at your third eye. Here, by your sides, grounding from the heels, the arches, energetically drawing the energy up. Neck is aligned with your spine. And observe. One more round of breath. We'll meet at the top of the breath, at the top of the mat for Surya Namaskar A, sun salutation, traditionally used to thank the sun for being here with us in the morning. I'm going to adjust this camera briefly. Hopefully you can see more of the top of my body. It's the joys of, actually, one more time. It's a very fine line. Just have to invest in a tripod, which I have. All right. We'll make do. Surya Namaskar A. Feet at the top of the mat. Observing our breath. If you can, inhale in through your nose and out of your nose through the duration of this practice. Bottom of the next exhale, let the air out. Inhale our arms up. into the sky. Exhale, Uttasana, forward fold. Hands are on the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Holding the breath or not taking a breath. Exhaling our arms down. Our chest and chin down without taking a breath. Inhaling up for baby cobra. On an inhale, drawing the shoulders down, pushing from the thighs. Exhaling for downward facing dog. Lifting the right leg up, stepping it through, dropping the back knee. Lifting our chest proud and tall. Staying here for a quick second, energetically moving our hips. Our back hip is moving forward. Our front hip is moving back. These actions of energetically moving our hips in that way are helping to keep our pelvis aligned. So whether if you are in a deeper lunge or up here, there's still work to be done with the movement of the energy and through your breath. Proud chest as we plant our hands back, stepping our right foot back to meet our left. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Lifting up our left foot into the air, stepping it through our hands, dropping our back knee, untucking our toes. Toes are flat on the mat, pushing through them. Thighs are energetically moving together. Hips, our front hip is energetically moving back. Our right hip is moving forward. You might feel the shift in your pelvis. You want them to be even, balanced. Nice proud chest. You can have your hands on your knee, hands a nice tall runner's lunge. As we begin to build some more heat for Surya Namaskar A. Inhale the left foot back. Exhale for knees, chest, chin. As we lower down, hands are by our ribs, pressing from the thighs. Inhaling in for baby cobra. Relaxing the shoulders down, strengthening the spine. Inhaling, coming into the plank. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Looking up between our hands, walk up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Look up first, reverse swan dive on the inhale. Bringing your hands to palm center on the exhale. 2 more times of building up the heat. Looking up, inhaling our arms up into the air. Exhaling, forward fold, swan diving all the way down. Uttasana, hands onto the mat. Hanging out here for a second. Inhaling our hands up for halfway lift. Placing our palms onto the mat, stepping back into plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, pressing from the thighs, upward facing dog. Exhale, the air out. Inhale to plank. Exhale to downward facing dog. Hanging out here for a second. Lifting the right foot up into the air, stepping it through. Can remain in high lunge this time. Actually, let's drop the knee, work our way up. This untucking the toes, inhaling our arms up into the air, energetically moving our thighs together, but planting our foot and maintaining the connection from the earth, the connection to our consciousness, our vibrancy. Inhale in, relaxing the shoulders down. Exhale, plant the feet, step back into plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale for a quick cobra, strengthening up the spine, relaxing the shoulders back down. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Lifting the left leg up into the air, stepping it through, dropping the back knee down. Pad your knees if necessary. Inhale the arms up, relaxing the shoulders down. I have 2 mats here, so that is the padding that I need. Inhaling in, relaxing, energetically moving the hips towards one another, the thighs towards one another, Front hip draws backwards. Back hip draws forward. Exhaling the hands down. Stepping back into plank. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Hands are by the rib cage. Inhaling, halfway lift. Inhaling up to plank, exhaling to downward facing dog. The thoughts of our mind can be so busy. Stay connected with your breath if you're losing track of it. Thoughts are beginning to come in my mind, different ways of reality. So we rest here in downward facing dog for a minute. Simply thinking all the different pathways and the choices that we make and how can it impact our lives. Do what you have to do, tell the truth, do not lie, do not hurt others. And when you do, do what you must to make amends. The effort to reconcile shall always be greater than the offense. But be honest about your intentions on reconciling. The timer's going off. Downward facing dog. Inhale, look up between the hands. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, look up. Reverse swan dive. Hands touching at the top. Exhaling, releasing. I'm going to turn that timer off. This was normally lets me know. I'm going to set another timer and keep it going. Timers are good. They keep you on time. What is time anyway, right? Except the thing that governs us within this body from moment to moment. No need to meditate on the past. We stay connected to our future. From Tadasana, inhaling our arms up into the air. Exhale, reverse swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Stepping the feet back. Staying strong in plank pose. Bodies in one straight line. Lower down. Inhale, halfway lift into baby cobra. Let's stay here for a couple of breaths. Hips are grounded through the mat. Thighs are pushing up. You can make this into upward dog by lifting up your knees. Relaxing the shoulders back. The neck is relaxed. The turtle head is out of the shell. You are allowed to change. You're allowed to be free from the past. Move that stagnant energy that's telling you you must be the same person, especially if you don't like that person. You are pure consciousness. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhaling the right foot, left foot up into the air, stepping it through. Twisting our back foot down to 90 degrees. Inhaling up for Vibrasana, one warrior one. For a breath, around the breath. Feet are planted from the blade edge of the foot. Engaging that glute. Hips are aligned. Moving into warrior two. Hands are straight. So from here to here. Exhale the front foot forward. Exhale the front foot forward, or front foot straight. You can take in a step to, because we're going into Trikonasana triangle pose, reaching, reaching, reaching. Our hand can place on the thigh, on the mat. But our arm is one straight line from the bottom to the top. And the key here is to stay engaged with the mat, allowing the feet to energetically draw in, the thighs to energetically draw in. We will be here for 10 breaths. Breathing and releasing. Twisting the ribs open, the heart is leading towards the sky. Reach for the sky. Just had a Toy Story marathon. There's a snake in my boot. Keeping the chest proud, making sure that you're breathing from the side body and not collapsing. Modifications here. You can bend that knee some if you need to lower the intensity, raising the intensity, making a ball between your hands. Staying here though, engaging from the mat, opening up our chest and our ribs. That top shoulder, the back shoulder is working. On the inhale and the exhale, couple more rounds of breath. Inhaling in, bending the front knee to go back to warrior two. Warrior one. Exhale, release, stepping back. The right leg to plank pose, coming down as we flow it out. Inhaling for baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting the left leg up into the sky, stepping it through, rotating the back heel down, grounding from the back heel. Inhaling our arms up into the air, pushing from the blade edge side of our foot, working our pelvis aligned as we were doing, drawing our back hip, our front hip back, our back hip forward, energetically moving them like handlebars. Exhale, warrior two, staying here, working from the blade edge side of the foot, feeling the engagement in the glute. Feel free to poke it, touch it, make sure that it is engaged. Straighten out the front leg. You might need to take a step in with the back foot as you reach until you can't, and coming into triangle pose on the other side. Opening up our chest, staying engaged with the legs, making sure you're not collapsing in and down. Breathing from the whole total side body for 10 rounds of breath. Inhaling in, energetically drawing, keeping the feet engaged. Breathing in from the nose and out of the mouth. Maintaining slow, intentional breaths, connecting to your pure sense of consciousness, of vibrancy, of strong foundations. Working to keep your arms in a straight line. You might have a stronger side or a different side, but it's important to breathe. It's okay to let go. In fact, we have to. Inhaling, coming back up to warrior two, bending the front leg. Inhaling our arms up for warrior one. Exhaling, placing our hands to the mat. Inhaling, coming back up to plank, lowering down. Inhaling for baby cobra. Exhaling for downward facing dog. Look up towards the top of the mat. Walk your hands towards the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, look up. Exhale, Tadasana mountain pose. More to come. Let's get busier. Inhale, our arms up into the air. Relaxing the shoulders down. Exhale, reverse swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands onto the mat. Step your feet back for plank. Just one strong straight line. Lower down. Hands are by the rib cage. Inhaling for baby cobra, upward facing dog. Back bending. Working to keep our strength. Arms are slightly bent. Relaxing the shoulders down. Working to get that flexibility and that strength. Only one way to build it is to go through it. No spiritual bypass. Inhale and exhale. Downward facing dog. Inhaling our right leg up into the air, stepping it through. Now, from here, we are going to go into Ardha Chandrasana, or half moon. Our right foot is forward, our right palm is into the ground, and we are going to tap our foot up into the air, keeping our right hand down and towards the mat, twisting our body open. Half moon. This will be helpful if you have a block. This flexibility isn't there, but we're working for half moon. Right hand is down, Right leg is down. You can bend the knee if you need, if this is too much, having it straight. But we're working our back hip, our back leg to be in line with our right leg. Left hand up into the air, flexing the foot. We'll be here for a couple of breaths and half moon. You can stumble out. Modification, if this is too much, you can place your foot down, the hand on the hip. Simply stay here. That's too much. If you want more, allowing the breath to lead the posture. Relaxing the breath into the nose and out the nose. Exhale, planting the hands towards the mat, stepping the foot back into high lunge or low lunge. Untucking the feet, allowing your body to reset for a quick second. Stepping the right foot back to plank. You can always drop your knees. This is too much. Lower down. Inhaling for baby cobra. Upward facing dog if you lift the knees up. Inhaling to plank. Exhaling to downward facing dog. Let's lift our left leg up into the sky. Step it through between our hands. We're taking half moon on the other side. So our left hand is planted and our left foot is in the ground. We're stepping up and we are coming into half moon. You can have your hand on a block and we're twisting our body open, working that chest open, our ribs open. We're adding the other hand, depending on the flexibility that you have. I'm going to face the camera and do it this way. So we know that our left hand is down by our foot. Our left hand is down by our left foot. Our right leg is working towards straight. Right arm is in the air. As we hang out here, working to keep a straight line. You might have a tighter side. As you see, I feel like I'm fighting for my life. I'm really not. It's just a lot of shake. Remember, you and the source are one. You have to move that stagnant energy to be truly awake. True nature is infinite, so do not be small-minded. We are all a part of this nature. We must move this stagnant energy. I know I must move this stagnant energy in order to really heal. Today is a very important milestone for me. It's all about making better choices, different choices. Again, when you know you'll do, exhale the hands down. Let's come into runner's lunge, making sure that dismount. Drop the back knee. Inhale, coming into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look up. Look your eyes between your hands. Step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, look up. Exhale, Tadasana. Whew. Let's stay in Tadasana for a quick breath or so before we go into our next pose, which is Uttasana, forward fold. Going to inhale our hips back. Exhale and release. Feel free to just allow the knowledge of the heart, of the brain, of the mind. Got these from the yoga folk out in Long Beach, what I went out to early this year. Transform my practice. I like to do a lot of very tactile things, such as writing on the chalkboard. I did a breath workshop, and after that I had to eat using chopsticks. I was very, not disoriented, but elevated out of my mind, you can say, all natural. And those tactile things are very important. Our hands live a whole entire life. So in this forward fold, feel your hands on your shins, on your thighs, on the bottom of your feet. Walk your feet out. That's my personal favorite. As we begin to wind our practice down, bend your knees. Always feel free to bend your knees. If it's too much for you, connect your chest with your knees. Head is heavy, neck is relaxed. Relax the entire body. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. And let's forward fold. A couple more rounds of breath. 360 degrees of breathing. In through the nose and out of the nose. And now roll up like a ragdoll. Exhale, release. Shake it out. Let's find kneeling. Thunderbolt pose. Arjanasana stands for thunderbolt. Placing your buttocks on your heels if accessible to you. If not, you can come out to Sukhasana, easy pose. We're going to work our way into gate pose though, so either which way we won't be here for too long. Gate pose, coming up to kneeling off of our heels. We are stepping our right foot slightly in front of our left knee. Our arms are going to be inhaled up into the air, placing them down and falling towards the side that our leg is straight on. So to get back into gate pose, coming from kneeling, our foot is slightly in front of our left knee for alignment. Inhaling our left arm up into the air and exhaling and breathing from the side body, both parts of the side body. We went after our body with Trakasana and Ardha Trikonasana, half moon and triangle. So for gate pose, we want to make sure that we balance out our hips. Inhale and exhale, making sure to not collapse. Pressing from the bottom of the mat, keeping engagement, that strong foundation. High and vibrant. Refuse to be a prisoner of your mind. Let's inhale our arms up into the air. Drop them down and release for a second. Inhale them back up. And exhale. Breathe to the other side. We'll be here for 5 breaths. If the hands are too much in the air, simply rotate, coming down. Work the ribs open, the side body open. The birds make me smile. It's a beautiful smile of nature. Inhale our arms up. Exhale them to our side. Bring our right knee to meet our left knee. Resetting. Exhaling, coming down. Step our left leg out. So our left foot is slightly in front of our right knee. Grounding from the ground. Pushing to engage your foot. Think of digging in your foot into the mat. Feeling the earth, using the arches to draw up energy up into the foundation of your pelvis. Inhaling both arms up. The left hand on your exhale will fall down towards your shin or your thigh, and your right hand will drape over, bicep by the ear, It's a good thing I have a microphone today. Big plane coming over. Opening up the gate. Opening up the gates of freedom from your past mistakes. Your mind will play tricks on you if you're not careful. Enjoy things for what they were. Simply a moment in time, but there's no avoiding in this life. And there's no need to hurt anybody either. Be honest and be kind. Inhale the arms up. Exhale and release. Shake them out for a quick second. We're going to go back into gate pose onto the other side. Inhaling the arms up, engaging the hips, the thighs, the glutes. Exhaling, folding forward, breathing from the side body. You place your hands on your hip. Place them on your shin. And keeping yourself engaged and breathing. Looking up between the crease of your arm, crease of your elbow. Relaxing the breath. Inhaling, exhaling, returning to neutral. Bringing the knees together. Coming back into Ardrasana, Thunderbolt pose. From here, from Thunderbolt, we're going to get into a seated spinal twist. I'm going to do my best to mirror you. Bringing our left leg in front of our body. So we're in half Thunderbolt pose. We're going to step our left leg to the outside of our right leg and rotate our bottom ankle towards the outside, inhaling our arms up. Be inhaling our right arm up and exhaling it towards the outside of the tricep is going to come towards the outside of your knee for a seated spinal twist. So the hand is by your buttocks. Sitting grounded from the sit bones. From that Thunderbolt pose, you might have to readjust yourself so that your sit bones are grounded, depending on your flexibility. But we are inhaling in. Exhaling, our tricep is pushing away from our left knee. Again, I'm mirroring you. It's a skill that I always wanted to work on, keeping these things in our head and our mind. I always try to work on what makes me stronger, work on the weaknesses. Exhale, keep breathing, moving from the groundedness of the sit bones. As much flexibility as you get in from the top part of your body will come from the rotation that you have from the hips, from what we just went after. One more round of breath, inhaling in, nice, proud, tall chest. Exhaling, twisting and releasing. Next, we're going to straighten out the orientation of our feet. Shake that up for a quick second. Give you another vantage point of this. So our left leg would be straight. Our right foot would step to the outside of our left knee, bending the bottom leg behind us. Inhaling our left hand up into the air and exhaling the left tricep outside of the knee. It's going towards the outside of the right knee. Hand is pressing to the ground. Seat bones are grounded. Inhaling a nice, proud, tall chest. Inhaling, exhaling, releasing. Inhaling, coming back to neutral. Exhale and release. Inhaling in. Exhaling, releasing. A couple more times. Inhale, coming back to neutral. Exhale, release. Let our backs find the mat. Coming into bridge pose. Knees are bent, heels are towards our buttocks. Palms are face down into the mat. Rooting from the heels and from the hands. We're lifting our pelvis up towards the sky. The same two headlights are coming in, gently engaging our core. Inhaling, exhaling and release. We are going to engage more and draw our hips up more energetically and towards the air. Feet are parallel. Hanging out here for 2 breaths. Exhale, release. Last time, inhaling in for 3 rounds of breath. We will stay at the top of the bridge pose for 3 rounds of breath. Working the engagement of our hips, pressing from the heels, pressing from the palms, engaging the glutes. 2 more rounds of breath on the inhale. Last round of breath, and you gently lower down. As we're going into happy baby. Grabbing the inside through the inside, we're grabbing the soles of our feet. S-O-L-E, S-O-U-L. Happy baby. Taking care of our hips, our groin. How life is meant to be. One present moment. There was a time in our life where we did not think we needed all the things we needed to be happy that we might think we need now. Who were you during that simpler time? If you never got a chance to be that person, how would they be now? What can you release now? What can you forgive yourself for now? Sometimes power comes from letting go. Letting things fly. Grateful for everyone that loves you back to character. Couple more rounds of breath and happy baby. Release the feet down towards the mat as we enter into our final resting pose, Savasana, relaxing the entire body. Palms are up, clearing the mind, and simply being. Equanimous. Begin to come into your body. Beginning to observe your body with equanimity. Inhaling and exhaling. Fortunate and grateful to be able to practice and to share these things. We'll go to toes, circle the fingers, circle the ankles, we'll go to toes. And then kind of what we did earlier. Roll over to your side, taking one last second to simply be grateful for your practice, this long practice. I do these things because I said I would do them. Then so much wisdom and knowledge comes from simply doing what you say, especially when it's not hurting anybody. Laying that foundation for change. I am the source, I am the one. Moving that stagnant energy, refusing to be a prisoner of the mind. Being vibrant, because our true nature is infinite. We must tell ourselves that we are truly awake. Thank you for taking the time to practice with me today. Man, I'm so grateful for the Yogi family, the anti-bitch family. 21 days in, and we're going to keep progressing, not just through the month of August, but keeping the practice going, because it's about coming towards our center of self. Any questions, comments, please let me know. Thanks for taking the time to practice with me today. Namaste.